Yeah.
Satnam. So today we're going to be working pituitary gland, what we think of as the third eye in our practice. We'll be doing poses that are upright and then alternate from an upright posture to a bowing or bending pose. So balancing like that, above and below, also having a balanced, humble attitude of surrender, which is very important for our yoga practice to be in surrender to the soul and spirit. Let's begin with a few warm-ups, opening our hips. The first asana in the Kriya is a little difficult to get into if we don't do some warm-ups. So we'll start with some hip openers. Let's have the left knee bent, and then the right foot over the left knee. And then we can sit on our backs even for this. Hug the left knee in close. Kind of like what we do when we do the wake up series when we get out of Shavasana. Take one more breath here. Exhale, bring the knee in a little closer. And then release. And let's do the opposite side. Right knee bent, left foot over the right. Inhale and exhale. Release. And let's do a cat stretch. Right knee in, hug it over the left leg. And keeping the shoulders grounded, turn to face the right. Arms maybe out to the side, left hand over the right knee. And exhale, release. And opposite side. And release. Hug the knees in. And then spread the knees wide, bringing the soles of the feet together in butterfly pose. Interlace the fingers over the toes. Bring the heels in close to the pelvis. And then release the hands and start to stretch one leg out at an angle, and then back in, and then alternate. Inhaling as you stretch out, exhaling back in. And then do both legs simultaneously. And then inhale in, exhale, release. Hug the knees in, and let's rock forward and back, preparing ourselves to sit up and to tune in. Satnam Shah. So, as I told them, we're going to be doing a Kriya for the third eye, pituitary gland. Let's press our palms at our hearts, lift up, take a deep breath, let it go. Another breath, let it go. And perfect your posture, perfect your focus of the third eye, and inhale to tune in. Om Namo
Gurudev Namo.
Om Om
Namo.
Om Angaren name, Jugangaren name, Sadngaren name, Sri Gurudev name. Angaren name, Jugangaren name, Satngaren name, Sri Gurudev name. Angaren name, Jugangaren name, Satngaren name, Sri Gurudev name. Um, so this is one of my favorite Kriyas, and Angie, I know you've done it with me before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one.
you like it too, right?
Which one?
You'll see. Okay. Let's bring the right foot forward, and then the hands on either side, like tent poles, the fingertips are up like that, or perhaps you're pressing the palms all the way down. And then the left leg is back behind us. Ideally, the leg is straight and you're balancing on the top of the foot. So there's like a diagonal line from the toes all the way to the head. If you need to, you can flip the toes over, and always the left knee is available to support you. But ideally, straight, holding here, beginning with a long, deep breath. Last few cycles of breath. Especially in this Kriya, be sure you're stimulating your third eye by focusing at the brow, opening and turning on your third eye, mind's eye. This next exhale, begin a breath of fire. Next inhale, begin breath of fire. Exhale. Inhale and apply a root lock. And exhale, release. Slowly release, lower the left knee and lower the right knee out in front of you, basically where it was, in front of you to the floor. And here we'll bow our torso over the right thigh, kind of like in a pigeon pose, bringing the forehead to the floor. The heel is back, however, that's the difference. And then the arms at the sides, palms up, bowing your head. And finding a relaxed, restful pose here, making any adjustments for yourself. Maybe you need to have the hands forward. However you're most comfortable and able to release, relax. One more minute here. Command your mind's stillness, keeping the body still. Gentle focus at your third eye. Ajna, command center. Perception center. And inhale, exhale, slowly lift up. Release the leg out from underneath you. Take care of it as you need. And then we'll get set to do the opposite side. Left foot forward, hand either side of the foot, right leg back. Facing forward, chin parallel with the floor. We'll begin with long, deep breaths. Right leg straight. Inhale to begin a breath of fire. Exhale, inhale. And tone the perineum, apply a root lock. Draw the knee to the spine. Inhale more. Exhale, lower the right knee. Lower the left knee in front of you. And bow over the leg. Arms at the sides, palms up, or if you need support, hands in front of you. Meditate here. Inhale. Exhale to slowly rise. And take care of that foot and leg. And we'll continue in a standing posture. Nice and aligned. Heels, hips, shoulders. Like the number 11 on railroad tracks, the feet Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Begin a forward fold. Arms hugging the ears. And we'll just hold, relaxing here into a forward fold. Sustaining this asana. Sinking a little further with every cycle of breath. Every exhale, deepening the stretch.
Straight or rounded back?
As straight as you can get, really.
Thanks.
You can hold the heels, bring the head closer to the knees, and then if you can, reach the fingers to the earth and maybe even the palms to the earth. Best you can, keep straight knees, straight legs, but if you need a slight bend, that's okay.
Is the goal to get closer to my knees or closer to the floor, to my hands?
Um, Really both. Yeah, so chest closer to the legs and head to the knees. And then they kind of work together, head reaching toward the floor. But obviously, it's kind of dependent on your height there. Um, yeah, the hands to the floor is really for balance more than anything. We're about 1 more minute here. And inhale, exhale, and slow as you can, vertebrae at a time, begin to rise. Shimmy out the shoulders, torso, spine. And roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Stretch chest and spine. and get comfortable standing here. For our next asana, we'll have the first knuckles of the fingers rounded in to the pads of the palms, and the thumbs stretching up and away, just like we do in the ego eradicator pose. This will be ego eradicator in the standing posture and with long, deep breathing. Arms are up at 60 degrees, not 45, 60 degrees. Palms and fingers and hands are active. Wonderful asana, raising the energy just with the arms and breath. Stretch from the heart. Breathe from the belly. Tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth, two eyes, third eye. Stretch your lungs, heart, diaphragm. Stretch from your abdomen. Last few cycles of long, deep breaths. Stretch the arms. Inhale, connect the thumbs, stretch the arms and spine straight. Reach, inhale more. Exhale, sweep the arms down. Shake them out. Roll the shoulders. Bob up and down the knees. And now we'll prepare for downward facing dog or triangle pose. So let's start from a forward fold posture. Bending down, planting the hands, and then stepping back in space. Arms hugging the ears, legs back behind you, heels, you can pedal out and then just reach them for the floor. Rotate the arms, armpits outward. And the idea here is to be as a triangle, equilateral-like, with the arms and legs straight, and then meeting at the hips, those two straight lines. Arms, spine, and then legs. Long, deep breaths here. Stay strong, stretch, breathe. Final minute.
More than a minute.
Last few breaths. Perfect the posture. And inhale. Apply a root lock. And exhale, slowly lower down, bending the knees. You can take a moment for yourself, resting on the stomach, or resting back on the knees in child's pose. Ultimately, we're going to end up in cobra in a moment, or sphinx. And then after which we'll have another asana and then child's pose posture. Let's find our way to our stomachs. And two options here. One, cobra, hands below the shoulders, legs together behind us. Inhaling, stretching up, lifting the chest and head. And another option would be to have the elbows beneath the shoulders. Same principle, arching, curving the spine. Long deep breaths here. Meditate, focus, regulating all the glands of the body by regulating the master gland, the pituitary, also the arc line, the halo, relating to our word and our alignment to truth through action, what we say and what we think. It is said when the pituitary gland is focused, the body comes into harmony with the soul. And indeed, Descartes said that this was the seat of the soul. Last few deep breaths here. Inhale deeply. Exhale, and holding the posture, begin to turn the head left as you inhale, and then turn right as you exhale, with the length of the breath equal the length of the movement. Inhaling as you turn left, exhaling as long as you turn right. Breathing long satnams. Get a rhythm, last little bit. Perfect your pose. And to the center, inhale. Root lock, move band. Inhale more. Exhale, relax. And release into child's pose. Then bring the hands at either side of the head. Inhale as you rise and stretch the arms up like you're greeting the sun, stretching the fingers wide. Exhaling, returning the forehead to the floor. Knees can be a little more spread out here. Inhale, lifting up, stretching, expanding with the breath. Exhaling, returning to the floor. It was actually the pineal gland that was said to be the seat of the soul. But the pituitary and pineal gland are part of the same hypothalamic region. And it's the pituitary gland that stimulates the pineal, helps it to open. These regulate hormones of serotonin, dopamine, happy chemicals, cortisol, stress hormones, oxytocin, and melatonin, sleep and waking rhythms. We work with rhythm a lot in Kundalini yoga, whether it's the mantras or the repetition of the movements with the breath. And that's a shamanic ritual way of inducing meditative hypnotic states to cultivate a higher awareness and more divine inspired thought. Shamanism, relating the conscious with the unconscious, bringing the light of awareness there. It's like Jungian psychology in our Western model, making the unconscious conscious. About halfway here, breathing Satnam, final 30 seconds. Stretch, expand, open the breath, like a sunflower greeting the sun. Lighten up your day. Inhale, fully stretch up. Exhale, relax. And relax back to the heels in child's pose. Interlace the fingers back behind you. And stretch the arms up overhead in yoga mudra, yoga seal. Circulating the blood and cerebrospinal fluid from the arms, heart, and spine all the way to the brain. Keep striving, stretching the arms up. Long, deep breaths here. Focus at your third eye, brow center, pituitary gland, hypothalamus, frontal lobe. Last few breaths. And inhale. Exhale, gently lower the arms. Rise. And thus completes the pituitary gland series. You can stretch the legs out and come to rest on the back in Savasana, corpse pose. Cover yourself with a blanket, cut the lights, and arms at the sides, palms up. Relax the body and all the muscles. And let go. And resurrect your breath. Begin the wake up series, wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, stretching arms and legs. And take a cat stretch, just like we did warming up. And rub the soles of the feet, palms of the hands. Hug the knees in, rock forward and back. And come up, come to a seat. And we'll tune out to bless our day, bless our life, and bless the lives of those around us. The song of a long time sun. Inhale, exhale. And from the heart of love, inhale to tune out. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. So Um, so, no, so, no. To the beauty and the majesty of your endocrine system, entire bodily system, please bow your head in respect and love for your efforts, gratitude, and for self-care, Satnam. Satnam.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day, guys.
You too. DL, my
I
class.
missed it. What did you
Oh,
guys say?